Filled with action, drama, and death, this opera is one of history's most enduring. Hi, I'm Mihaela Koman and welcome to WatchMojo.com. Today we'll be learning more about Verdi's masterpiece, Rigoletto. Can you tell us when and who composed this opera?
The most famous Italian composer, revered throughout Italy, Verdi in the middle of the 19th century.
And can you tell us what the plot of the opera is?
A court jester, Rigoletto, who has a beautiful daughter that he keeps locked up. The daughter is seduced by the licentious duke of the province, and Rigoletto swears that he will kill the duke as punishment for staining his daughter. Unfortunately, it all goes wrong. The daughter falls in love with the duke, it's her first love, and she sacrifices her own love in place of the duke.
Can you tell us where the inspiration for the story came about?
From a Victor Hugo play called The King Who Amuses Himself, which Verdi liked the theme very much. In the play, there's more emphasis on the duke, but in the opera, there's much more emphasis on the court jester, the Rigoletto, and I think, to be honest, he's a more interesting character. The Duke is very one-dimensional. Whereas Rigoletto is multifaceted. He's a father, he's a tortured, paranoid individual, capable of great love and also capable of great evil.
And your role is Rigoletto?
It is indeed.
Can you tell us, when you have to do an opera that's so well known, do you try to make it your own or do you try to stick to the original?
Well, you do try and make it your own in the sense that you have your own interpretation and you try as far as possible to follow the intentions of the composer, which are very clear in the score. The problem with an opera like Rigoletto is that there are so many famous interpretations which stick in extra high notes, they add extra coloratura, which weren't actually in the original that Verdi composed. If you don't put in certain high notes, the audience are going to feel a little bit disappointed.
Can you tell us the themes that we can find in this opera?
It's sex, love, and death. It's quintessential opera, and the way this is played out, it explores the relationship between fathers and daughters, between a girl at the start of her adult life, if you like, and the power of first love. Cruelty, sexual license, viciousness, it's all there.
There's a very famous aria, which is La Donna Immobile. Can you tell us what importance this has in this opera?
It's a very catchy melody that the Duke sings at the start of Act 3. And it's the equivalent of a pop song. It's the equivalent of the Duke saying, this is what I believe, any woman is available, I'm a sex god, I can have anybody. And Verdi deliberately didn't write the music for it. He didn't write it down because he didn't want anybody to know it before the opera was premiered.
And why do you think it's so popular today?
Because it's powerful music, because it's extremely well written, it's extremely spare, there's nothing extraneous, and it's exciting and moving at the same time. And people love to come to the opera to be moved and to be excited, and this opera delivers all of that.
Well, thank you. It was such a pleasure speaking with you.
My pleasure.